Hey, so fun guy. I'm back for December's music yap video. It's gonna be awesome. Um, it is January 19th at the time I'm recording this. This shit is so late. Um, I don't know. I was on break and I don't know. I just did not have it in me to record this, but I'm locked in now. So, you know, it's a little late, but it's fine. Who cares? Um, December. I kind of was not locked in. I won't lie. How many albums is this that I listened to? I think it's 19. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like wasn't locked in because my listening habits are really weird. Like I like to be alone when I'm listening to new albums, to not have other people distracting me and whatever. I could not break away from my family for the entire break. Well, I got 19 albums in, but most of them are from before I even left for break. I only listened to how many? I think five after I got home. I could not get away from these people, but it's fine. So it's probably going to be a bit of a shorter video. I'm not going to talk about every single one I listened to, as always. I'm just going to talk about the ones that stuck out. And there was only one stinker this month, actually, but I think I don't know. I knew I wasn't going to listen to that much this month, so I kind of from my list that of albums that people recommended to me, I kind of only listened to the ones that I thought I was going to like because I didn't want to listen to stinkers if I couldn't listen to that much. Um, so there's only one on this list. So it's again, this month is going to be mostly just like positive stuff I liked about a couple of these albums. Um, all right. So we started the month off super, super strong to Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Man, this was a really, really interesting listen because on first listen through, like I've heard people like online, like I look up some of these albums once in a while. Like I try not to like kind of spoil myself, but sometimes I just whatever. I'll look up like what is Kendrick Lamar's best album, just to see what people say and like not really read too much into it, so I could kind of still form my own opinion. And I don't want to say it's his best yet. Uh, I'll get back to that, but I think this was really interesting. On first listen, I think I didn't quite get it. Like a lot of the songs, I was thinking like is this good? Do I like this, or is this not really for me? And there's like a really kind of distinct style in this album that I can't quite name, but there's definitely something here. It definitely feels like an album. These songs belong together, you know. It's not like, oh, this song could be in this album or it's just a collection of kind of singles. These songs belong together in this album. And I think this it really grows on me, this album. Like on my first listen, so when I listen to albums, I'll just remind people. I kind of sift through, so I'll add the songs I like to my liked playlist, and then I'll listen to those back one more time and decide whether they could go into favorites as well, or whether I don't even like them enough to be in liked, right? So I'm kind of sifting through them. And I noticed I put like a lot of the songs on liked, even though I was kind of sitting there thinking, do I really like these? And I listened back to them again. Oh man, like they just grow on me so much. One of them in particular, I didn't even add to like at first. Um, I actually saw afterwards when I was looking up what people thought of this album after I listened to it as well. Somebody mentioned, oh, the opening, Wesley's Theory, really grew on me. And I was like, huh, I didn't add that to like. So I listened to that one more time, and that probably now is my favorite on the album. And yeah, Wesley's Theory, that one really, really grew on me because it's kind of weird. Like I don't know how to name that, but it's got a style to it. Like I would recommend this album to anybody. It's just really interesting. Um, yeah, all that song at the end when whoever the other guy on that song is singing, "Look both ways before you cross my mind," and then the audio bounces from left to right to left, like spatially, is really really cool. I love it when songs do that, mess with using the different ears. Um, and then like the opening to These Walls is just so, it's cool because it's so recognizable. So when I'm listening to my playlist on shuffle and I hear that, I guess whoever that is like kind of moaning in the background, I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's These Walls." You know, where there's some songs where the opening or the, I guess, is that a hook? I guess the hook isn't quite as strong as it could be, but like the openings to a lot of the hooks for a lot of these songs is just so instantly, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know this one from this album." You know, I remember this. Man, this album really grew on me. I really like this. I don't want to say. I'll get back to when I said I don't want to say this is Kendrick's best work, because I think, I don't know if I mentioned this last month, but I really like him as an artist. He's one of my favorite artists that I've listened to. But I definitely want to come back to his albums at some point soon, because I feel like if any artist deserves like multiple listens for their albums, it's definitely him. Like there's definitely songs I'm missing, like Wesley's Theory, where I listened one time and I kind of didn't really, it didn't click in my brain, you know? So I definitely want to come back to him. There's so much to say about this album. How I, what is it? There's like a poem he's reading, and he reads a little bit more each song. That's just like super cool in my opinion. I really like that. And the ending, or all of Mortal Man, to be honest, I listen to the whole thing every time just because that ending is, I don't even know how to put it into words. I get it, it sounds corny, but I guess it's like kind of powerful in a way, where he's doing that interview with Tupac, who doesn't, I don't want to downplay this, guy, but I don't really know Tupac. I haven't listened to any of his music. He doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but I think it's so cool how he was incorporated into the last bit, where it's like Kendrick and Tupac are having this conversation, even though this guy has been dead for years. So, or I don't know when he died, decades. I might be an idiot. I don't know, but either way, I think it's cool that he did it. Um, like that, and there's kind of this kind of interview between the two. I love parts in songs where it's kind of just people talking and a little music in the background, how the whatever drums and instruments he has in the End of Mortal Man kind of flow in and out seamlessly. Yeah, this whole album was really, really good. I got to come back to Kendrick Lamar. I listened to another Kendrick Lamar album this month. I'll get to that later. Let's see what else I listened to. I listened to a couple Maroon 5 albums. Those were fun. Uh, Hands All Over and Overexposed. I didn't love either of them, but Maroon 5 I think is kind of solid. Next was Host by Colts. This one's weird because at first I was like, this isn't great, but then a couple songs kind of stuck with me. Um, yeah, I definitely really, really, really love Colts. They're probably one of my favorite artists as well. A duo? Are they? I don't know. Band? I have no clue. I don't care. I really love the vocalist, by the way. I don't know what her name is, but she kind of is almost like a little nasally. Um, this album has a few songs where you hear a lot of these kind of clicking teeth or saliva in the mouth. Like it's very sensory, this album, which I think is cool. I like that a lot. That does not bother me. I'm sure that bothers some people. Um, yeah, this one grew on me a little bit. It grew on me a little bit. There's a couple really good songs. Trials I really like. Monolithic I really like. And then after this, I listened to Colts by Colts. At the time, I was like, Colts by Colts is definitely better than Host, but I don't really know. I think maybe they're equals. I don't think Colts by Colts is particularly strong as like a first album. Or okay, I think it's definitely strong. I think they make really good music, but compared to Static and Offering, I don't think Colts is like better than them. So I would say Offering is definitely. I'm doing like a mini ranking. What the hell? I think Offering is definitely the top. That album is just so peak, and the peaks within the album are so great. Offering, like the the title song or whatever. Oh my God, Gilded Lily. The album is so good. And then second place, I would probably put Static, and then I would like tie Host and Cults for third place. But I like all of them. I think all of them are great albums. I really like Colts. So, oh, next, I don't have a whole lot to say. I definitely really like this album, Sweet Boy by Malcolm Todd. But I just want to say the transition between Roderick Rules and For Me is like, this is like why I love listening to albums, because at the end of Roderick Rules, what is he saying? I won, I won, I won. And then For Me starts with I just want you, but the way he says one is kind of like I want, almost like you can almost hear the T at the end, and then the transition to For Me is just so seamless. Oh my God, I love that. Next was Utopia by Travis Scott. I really enjoyed this one. I wanted to mention this because this really reminded me of a Kanye album, specifically Yeezus. This Utopia really reminded me of Yeezus. Even in what song was it? There's one where you could kind of hear the. I'm blanking right now. In Yeezus, I think it's in New Slaves, where there's kind of like this. It's almost like a villain sound effect, where it's like really deep and in the background. Um, and there's a song here that uses like a similar sound effect. Like even a lot of the sound effects are similar to Yeezus, which I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I just think it's interesting. Uh, like to me personally, this felt very inspired by Yeezus. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how I saw it. Um, but I definitely really like this album as well. There are a couple of really great songs. My Eyes is probably my favorite. That one's really good. And I keep saying I gotta listen to some SZA albums because she was probably my one of my favorite parts of the album on Telekinesis. So I definitely gotta listen to her stuff because I like her in a lot of songs that I hear her. So I want to know if her music like solo is good or not. I don't know. I'll get to it eventually. Collide with the Sky by Pierce the Veil. This was another one that really grew on me. At first, I was like, this is like corny. This is like corny emo rock music. But no, there's something here to this music that's like really good. I love the vocalist. The kind of range that he has, where in some of the songs he's kind of doing that kind of screaming singing, but then he could seamlessly transition to kind of like a softer voice. Is it even the same guy? Yeah, it's just one vocalist, right? I'm not insane. But man, I love the vocalist so much. And the instrumentals as well, the guitars, is it one guitar? I don't even know. I don't know why I said that. The guitar is so great in a lot of these songs. This is like this is it's like I love this album so much. I recommended it to my sister too, and I told her I was like, "You're gonna trust me. Listen to the whole album all the way through. The first song, you're gonna look at me. You're gonna say, like, what the hell are you on? Like this vocalist is like emo and weird. But then by the end, you're gonna be locked in." And she came back to me like 2 days later, and she was like, and I saw her phone, and she was listening to it, and I was like, "Oh, you like him now?" And she was like, "Yeah, I didn't love the vocalist at first, but he grew on me." I was like, "What did I tell you?" Because man, it's good music. It's like a little corny at first, but once you get over that kind of mental speed bump, you're chilling, you're locked in. I love Bulls in the Bronx, the second half of it after the kind of first part, and then they have like the middle part with like the clapping and drums, I guess. And then I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of where the singer does, I guess it's offbeats. I forget what he says. I don't know, whatever. The second part, when he does like that offbeat, if you listen to the song, you would know. That's really great. And my favorite song, Hold On Till May, man, I really love this album. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just the guitar I think is really interesting because a lot of these songs are not kind of like section A and then section B, right, where it goes back and forth between kind of two parts and it's like the same rhythmically. It's like the songs kind of change as you're listening to them, which I think is really cool. Um, Jesus is King by Kanye West. This was a fun listen. I keep mentioning I'm not religious, but religious music is it's pretty good. Um, I didn't love the whole album. It was kind of weird because there were some songs that were like really kind of church choir, but then there were some that were more rap, which I think is interesting that he was able to kind of blend these together. But I personally didn't love the kind of choir ones. But yeah, there's some good songs in this album, 100%. Section 80 by Kendrick Lamar. I listened to another Kendrick album. I really, really love this as well. It's interesting now that I've listened to almost all of his albums. There's only one more left. I forgot what it's called, but it's his first one on Apple Music. Or I guess just first one, period. I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, I really like Kendrick. This album, I don't have a whole lot to say. Let me see. Let me think. I don't know. I really like this. I gotta come back to some of his stuff because I do want to compare it. Because I think I would say I would say I loved all of his albums. Like I don't think there was one I didn't like. I liked all of them a lot. So I don't know. I gotta come back to this. Oh, also I did want to mention the song "Hole Up." That's gotta be inspiration to 3005 by Childish Gambino, right? Because he literally says "Hole Up" in it. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I see similarities between the two beyond just that one line. It's hard to explain, but definitely. And then I listened to a couple other albums. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna skip that. I don't really care. Oh my god, you guys gotta hop on Beach House. Beach House is so peak. Beach House by Beach House and Devotion by Beach House. I listened to both of them because what happened was I mentioned earlier, I like to look up albums I like or just albums that I listen to that I want to think about more and just to see what other people think of them, just out in the world, just to know if I'm the only one who likes something or if it's kind of common knowledge, if everybody's agreeing, like, yeah, this is it. So I was looking up Offering by Cults just to see, generally what people thought. And I saw the Beach House subreddit, like, I guess when Offering came out, somebody posted, like, oh, so what do we think about Offering by Colts? And the comments were kind of like, yeah, we like this. Like, not we love it or anything, but people kind of said, oh, yeah, we like this. So I looked at what Beach House was. Like, I didn't know if that was an artist or if that was some sort of other platform. Like, this is, like, kind of how I found Letterboxd at first. It's like I was looking at movies and I saw Letterboxd was talking about. So I was like, I don't know if this is an artist or a platform. So I looked it up and I was like, okay, so artist. So I listened to Beach House by Beach House first and it clicked. I was just like, oh yeah, this is it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but this music is just something about it is so calming. The instrumentals are so nice. I could definitely see how this is kind of similar to Cults a lot. It's, female vocalist, although this vocalist is very, very different. I would say in the first album, Beach House, she's not great, and in Devotion, she's not great. Oh, I'm about to spoil. I listened to more Beach House in January. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil. I'm just gonna talk about like okay, I haven't listened to the other two. Like, ignore that. Beach House by Beach House, super, super great. I love the vocalist. I'm not gonna say anything more. I love the instrumentals so much. There's just so many good songs on this album. Saltwater, Apple Orchard, Master of None. And there's more I like too. These are just, three favorites or whatever. And then Devotion I think is really good. It kind of feels like Devotion is like it's super similar to Beach House, where it's kind of almost meant to be played like back to back. Like I listened to Devotion the day after, and it felt like it was like just a continuation of Beach House, and I loved Beach House, so I would say Devotion and Beach House are kind of on the same level. I loved both of them. I really want to listen to more Beach House. I really, really love Beach House. You guys don't get it. Darling, oh my god. You guys don't understand. Nobody sees the vision. Actually, I guess a lot of people see the vision. Beach House is not my like it's not really my discovery. Like they're known as far as I can tell, but yeah. Okay, so that was it basically. There were a couple others, but I don't even want to mention them. I've already been yapping for what is this? 20 minutes? What the hell? When did that happen? Okay, whatever. January, I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna release the video for January in a reasonable amount of time. I hope. I I I can't even promise that. I have no clue what I'm gonna do. Whatever. So yeah, pretty good month. There were quite a few awesome ones. Not too much new stuff, I would say. Mostly like Colts, Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, Beach House. Or Beach House is new, but I don't know what the hell I was about to say there. But yeah, so pretty good month. Yeah, see ya.